Okay, good. You are an embodied reflection of Source. You are thus infinitely empowered, abundant, and a co-creator with your context always. You are an alchemist. Divination works because the web of life is intelligently organized with coordinated and storied agency. Let's take a look at the stories playing out now. Hi everyone. So we have two new beginnings occurring for all of us on a collective basis at our Aquarius new moon that's coming up on February 8th. The first is the Sabian Symbology that's imbued at the degree point, the 19-degree Aquarius degree point of this particular new moon. Fascinating symbol, a large white dove bearing a message. Now, a lot of us are working through exponential levels of transparency, the release of any remnants of self-delusion, getting completely clear about ourselves, about various things in our lives, what's been going on. And this message here, a large white dove bearing a message, is talking about clarity descending. So after many months, in fact, over the course of much of 2015, many people were feeling quite stuck or confused, or there were many threads, possibilities, potentials, and there was no clarity about which direction to go. This is talking about clarity arrives. There's a different energy that is supporting movement. Now, we get into the new Chinese New Year. The red fire monkey begins on this new moon. So the actual point of the Chinese New Year with the new animal, the new energies that coming into play, takes place on the second new moon after the winter solstice. And this year of the fire monkey is so supportive of moving all of the insights, the intuitions, the ideas, the projects that have been wanting to come into play over the course of the last 12 to 24 months. So be prepared. This year is going to be active, clever, playful, adventurous, a bit of a trickster element at play, sassy. This is about being discerning. This is about going with the flow. This is about really owning your power, kind of stepping into a new state of confidence, which is very exciting. So we're all going to be fed by this fire monkey year. Now, one thing I want to mention before we move on is that the new moon symbol, a large white dove bearing a message, is interesting in that over the course of the summer, if you recall, we had two events that occurred at the 21-degree Leo point, and that symbol was a carrier pigeon fulfilling its mission. Interesting. We had Venus conjunct Jupiter at that point, and we had a new moon later in the summer at that same point. So we had then a carrier pigeon fulfilling its mission, and now here we are 6 months later, a large white dove bearing a message. So don't be clear and don't be fooled. This is a time of clarity. It is at hand for you if you take it, if you sit, if you become still, if you meditate. There is information that can come to you now. It's a ripe time for you to, one, gain clarity, and two, move forward like the monkey. Libra, welcome. So let's tune in to your micro cycle. So we look at the Sabian symbology to pull up the storyline for the collective, for all of us. And now we're tuning into Libra-centric scope people, that demographic, and we're seeing what the energy cycle looks to be. And to do that, I pulled the I Ching. So I'm throwing the coins live for you this time, which I'm really excited about. I've been wanting to do it forever. So let's start building your hexagram. So with the coins, when you throw the 3 coins, each side, heads or tails, have a different value. Heads have a value of 3. Tails have a value of 2. And we receive either a broken or a solid line. In a normal session, you would calculate certain lines as transforming and certain lines as simple. But for the sake of these general readings, all of them for me are simple lines. So we get a straightforward hexagram that comes forward. 3 heads. Okay. Libra. Energy for you. Two tails and a head. And 3 tails. Libra, Libra. And 2 tails. And a head. And now one more. Two heads and a tail. All right, so let's take a look. So your hexagram and just make sure solid, solid, broken, solid. Great. So here are the 2 trigrams, Libra. And let me give you the names of what they are. So we have the bottom trigram here is called Soon. We've received several of those so far during this reading cycle. And the top one here is Con. Now I'm confident I'm not pronouncing these correctly, but I'm doing the best I know how to do here. So when we look at the 2 together, so Con above Soon, Con above Soon is number 48. Libra. So let's tune in. So I am going to be using the Bral Talej deck this month to pull up the event, circumstance, or situation that is likely to be coming forward for at least the majority of Libra-centric scope people at this time. So let's take a look. And really I am, because this is soul evolutionary work that I'm doing, this really is tuning into those who are interested in their own growth path. So the demographic that I'm tuning into, that this reading is tuning into, are those that are really on a strong evolutionary path, a mindful path of growth. So Libra. Okay. Libra, what's happening for you? So I just want to point out something. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera, but right as I put hope down as your center card, which is the central kind of theme that's unfolding for you over this Aquarius new moon monthly cycle, a crow landed on my roof. And it happens. They come occasionally, but they don't come all the time. And it was an interesting alignment with that. So I just want you to tune into that. And he's walking on top of the, right above us actually right now, so. Okay, lovelies, let's see what's coming up here for you. Well, you're going through a time frame of optimism is what I would say. So at the center kind of theme for you is hope. So for some of you out there, you're going to feel in a state of optimism. For others, this is the growth edge, and you're actually called to step into a greater way of being that recognizes the positivity and the optimistic potentiality within everything. So it's that hopeful state of expectancy of the positive, not expectancy of the negative. So this is interesting. So right now for you, you're thinking right now about your life right now, like the circumstances that are at hand right now. It could be whatever's activated for you particularly. It could be work, business, or whatever. But it does look like for a lot of you, it is home related. So you're thinking about your home and your family. Okay? That's the active thought process for you now. And there's some, I guess maybe for some of you, you're feeling like you want to defend your home or defend your family. The Strength card is also coming up. So it's almost like mentally, because these all came up in the mental sector, which means these are your thoughts. So it could be that Libra, for a lot of you, you're having energetic thoughts, which means kind of repetitive thoughts, strong thoughts, maybe unrelenting thoughts about defending your home. So let's look at what that could mean. Let's look at the rest of the reading. You're forgetting something on a spiritual level. Now it's interesting because another sign received the forgetting card in this exact spiritual sector. There are 112 cards in this Bral Talej deck. So that's to be recognized, right? So there's an offering that you're not paying attention to. Maybe you're so mentally caught up with something, some topic, some minutia that's taking up all your mental energy that you are not paying attention. You are asleep to something that is being offered to you. Now let's look at what's being offered to you. There's somebody perhaps in the home, it could be a spouse, is giving to you, is emotionally offering to you. This is in the emotional sector. Somebody is giving or offering to you emotional harmony that is manifesting, or it is about manifesting growth. I really want you to drink this in, because something you're not tuning in the way you need to, or that would serve you optimally, is what I should say. This is about seeing the positive. So maybe releasing the defense of the thoughts that you have. Something in the moment is activating. So there's something maybe in the family unit that is coming up that is making you feel like you have to defend your home. And by the way, this could be a house or an apartment or the place where you live. So it could be that something is active now that where your home is at risk. Something's at risk where you might lose your home. And if that's the case, there is some offering. There's an offering happening, Libra, in this potential issue, or the potential, oh, look at that. I didn't even notice that. I wonder if that was crooked the whole time. Interesting. Anyway, there's some offering that's at hand that might be giving you hope about your home. So if something's happening where you're losing one place, you might be gaining another one. But there's something about forgetting here. So it's almost like if you are having an issue with your home, apartment, condo, wherever you live, that there's something on offer, or the situation is opening up a doorway for you to step into a new home story, a new living story, a new story for you. But you want to remember, pay attention to what is at hand, to what's being offered to you. There is somebody giving you something that is going to be a harmonious resolution, and it's going to manifest growth for you. It's part of your growth story. It's something here is part of your evolutionary story of unfolding, Libra. Beautiful. So let's pull an angel card and see what's coming up. This is my my deck of angel cards that I got in Findhorn many years ago. I lived there some years ago for a time. And they are simple but very potent, beautiful little cards. And we're going to pull this up as your guidance. Libra. Now, I'm going to pull another one, but the blank card is interesting because what this is saying is there's total potentiality that you need to tap into, meaning you can create anything you want. This blank card is an angel card, and it is tapping into the potentiality. You can manifest. You are a manifester. You're a co-creator. So the angelic guidance really is about you accessing your creatorship. I am going to pull another card for you, but that really is the angelic guidance. That is it for you. Let's see what's coming up. Libra. Wow. Well, joy. Joy. The angelic guidance for you, the guidance for you is joy. Be in joy. Open yourself. Don't forget. Stay connected in order to stay hopeful about the potentials that are left and right. Whatever struggles you may or may not be going through, whatever new adventures are calling to be had, potential is everywhere for you. Paint the picture you want for your life. Create it. To create it, you need to be in joy. Libra, wow. Okay, so let's look at your Dakini, because the Dakini will show you the embodiment. Who are you? What quality set are you to become? Who are you to become in order to walk through this fantastic cycle with greatest power, with optimal flow? So let's take a look. Libra, so let's move on to your Dakini and see who is coming up for you. I use the 64 Dakini Oracle by Penny Slinger to pull up the Dakini, the goddess that represents your optimal embodiment for you to flow with greatest bliss over the course of this cycle, most ease and greatest bliss. You are receiving this month number 31, Phoenix. This is what Penny writes. Phoenix goes through the fire of immolation and the fire of transformation. The water is her blood of compassion, the blood of life. Phoenix represents she who bathes in the fire of transformation and regeneration. She is the lustriously plumed bird of mythology who willingly self-immolated and was reborn from the ashes. Libra, I'm going to read two components here as I've done in previous months. The first is the Dakini transmission for you. The second is the affirmation. The Dakini transmission for Phoenix, Libra, is this. I am the living proof there is no death. I am the immortal soul, self-evident, ever-living. Take refuge, seeker of truth, beneath my fiery, compassionate wings. In the darkness of the night, see my burning eyes of light. The affirmation, Libra, for you is this. I am immortal. My spirit is ever living. Any sacrifice I make or have made is an offering for my immortal soul. This is inherently a powerful Dakini. For you to embody this transmutation process is a big deal, so let it serve you. I wish you a beautiful month ahead, Libra. A reminder for any couples out there that I'm having an $88 special couples relationship spread personalized video, along with a free offering throughout the entire month of February. It is the archetypal profile for relationships. So the free offering is the profile that looks at the archetypal stories that live between you and your partner. So for anybody that orders their private video couples reading, I will provide a free relationship archetypal profile throughout the month of February. A great offer. I wish you a beautiful month. Talk to you soon. Bye.